This is Fusebox number 107. False proof. And you only think you're actually here.
Because in reality, we're nowhere at all. Hello, friends. A gracious good day to you, and thanks so much for joining us on this 107th edition of Fusebox. I'm your rewriting history so you don't have to host, Mark Rose, and over there, the Deacon of Dials himself, Milt Keynes, everybody.
Well,
may I just say, looking remarkably well rested.
well, thanks. Well, yeah, I had a pretty low-key Thanksgiving this time out, so it was really great just to slack the hell out for once,
Indeed. That's really important to do, I think. Every once in a while, just, shut down a bit, recharge the batteries, and not feel the pressure of having to be somewhere or do something.
Yeah, well, Marcy was out of town seeing some relatives, and I just threw in the towel this year, man. I could not deal with any drama from anywhere. So I just kind of unplugged from it all, and you know what?
It felt great.
It felt fucking fabulous, man. I mean, I may make that a year-round tradition,
Just ignore everyone.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I had to keep an eye on Marcy's cat while she was out of town, but, Dexter's cool, and he just laid around all day, too, so, it was just perfect.
Dexter, huh? Named after any...
serial killer.
Shocking.
Yeah, that TV series called Dexter?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he plays a serial killer, I guess. I don't know. I don't watch the thing, but I guess he only goes after scumbags. But like I say, I don't know. I never watched it. Marcy's a big fan, though.
I see. So, how did Dexter deal with the Fallopian racing hamsters you have? Pray tell.
Well, I keep those little guys in the back bedroom most of the time, and then let them out once or maybe twice a day sometimes. But while Dexter was there, I just kept that door shut. But he knew they were in there for sure. He'd sniff, the bottom of the door jammed, maybe just park himself there for a bit. I'll tell you though, those little guys, they always knew when he was out there, and they would get so quiet that you could hear a pin drop in there, man.
Yeah, 'cause normally they're like...
I don't know, man. I find it kind of soothing now.
Well, it's a good thing. Well, friends, there's no doubt about it. We are officially into the full swing of the buying frenzy season. Have you ever seen so much Black Friday, Cyber Monday activity? I mean, man, I had a virtual flurry, or maybe even perhaps a blizzard is more likely, of email ads hit the inbox during this last patch. I mean, I can't recall ever, really, seriously, seeing that much junk. Some of it was okay, though. I mean,
Having a sale on pangolins at Pet World?
No, and thankfully not, as those little creatures are highly endangered, and even if you could own one, they would be a most challenging critter to accommodate.
Never stopped you before.
True. But this one, kind of like the porcupine, which is also adorable beyond description, minus the pointy quills thing. I mean, they talk. I mean, it really sounds like they're verbalizing. You still have that cue from a show or two back? Yeah. I mean, the first time I ever heard those things chatter on like that, I thought I was listening to someone's clever dubbing job. And then I confirmed that the sound was absolutely real from the BBC Sound Library. So it's...
Or maybe it was false proof.
Yes, friends, that's today's secret word. Which will also be followed immediately by... So, whenever that happens...
When you hear that sound, pick up the phone, give us a call at the contest line, 1-800-677-8989. That's 1-400-227-4356 for your chance to win cash and prizes valued at more than $1 billion.
By the way, just out of curiosity.
Yes, sir.
You say you let the Fallopian racing hamsters out once or maybe twice a day sometimes?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious. How do you get them back in their little habitat in that back room? Because, as we all know, those rascals are faster than... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that actually was easy. Remember a couple years back when we had that conversation? Because I wanted to figure out a way to tell them apart.
Yeah, because you have, what, 20 or 30 of them or what?
Yeah, I think 37 at last count. Well, they sell them by the pound, so, whatever. But no, I figured out that I could just put a little helmet on them that was color-coded so I could see who's who. Then it dawned on me, I could also put a little magnet into the helmet.
Yeah? And then what? You gotta
Oh, no, I got a Tesla coil in the living room. And man, that thing just works crazy stupid.
A Tesla coil, you say?
Yeah, works great, man. They just all go fly right up into the center of the coil and hang there until I grab them up, and then I can put them back in their habitat thingy.
No doubt.
It makes their fur stand up on end for a while, but that's kind of cute, actually.
So no casualties from hurtling into an electromagnetic arc field? I mean, the lightning and the...
Oh, no, not once, man. I think it has to do with the magnets in their helmets. I think the magnetic field in there repels the electrical arc while being drawn into the magnetic core.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Wizard.
No problem.
Don't judge us.
TheFuseboxShow.com.
Friends, it appears we here at Fusebox are coming up on another mile marker for us. We will be, in fact, starting our 5th year, or whatever the hell this is, on January 2nd, 2019, which will be show number 109, I believe.
Holy carp. 5 years?
Yeah, starting our 5th year.
Wow. Seems like 10.
Sometimes it does indeed. Although I have to say, this show continues to be a wondrous refuge for me. What started basically as a sort of therapy, just to keep the chops up and kind of the mind on the same planet, has now become a downright cozy straitjacket, I think.
Well, that is something. Do we have a big deal planned for that one, or?
Funny you ask, Mr. Kane. Because, as it turns out, no.
Oh, that's good. Wouldn't want to blow a perfect record with some crazy advanced planning.
Heaven forfend. But speaking of exemplary preparation and the consummate
Oh, well, thanks, man.
No, well, you do have your moments, but just not at this moment. No, I speak of the video Vixen, as we have another outstanding offering from her. This one was actually one of my faves back in the day as well. Let's listen, shall we?
Sykes, here's your new partner.
My true name is Stangya Sorens A. Sorens, well, Gesundheit.
the video Vixen. Alien Nation, 1988. Director, Graham Baker. Stars, James Caan, Mandy Patinkin, and Terrence Stamp. In 1991, aliens known as the newcomers have integrated into society. They're all bald. Sour milk makes them drunk. We have a new species to have sex with. Society wins and hilarity ensues. Take your typical gritty cop buddy film and replace one partner with an alien and you get this movie. Imagine Lethal Weapon and replace Mel Gibson's character with a man from Mars and you're on the right track. Although most people would agree Gibson hardly qualifies as human, you know where I'm coming from. Mandy Patinkin is stellar as the newcomer detective, Sam Francisco. James Caan gives another bulletproof performance in his role as Francisco's veteran partner who isn't shy about voicing his racist opinions. There's major irony here, as his best friend and former partner was black. And Terrence Stamp classes up the joint as the evil newcomer businessman, William Harcourt. This cult classic spawned a TV series, several made-for-TV films, and a set of comic books. If you've been yearning for a neo-noir, science fiction action flick that isn't Blade Runner, check this movie out. I'm the Video Vixen. And remember, behave yourselves.
Yup. And you know what? Not half bad makeup in that one, too, gotta say. TV series had its moments as well, I think. But I tell you, around the same time, there was another kind of alien-human confrontation film called Enemy Mine with Lou Gossett Jr. and Dennis Quaid, which also dealt with the notion of tolerances and getting to understand one's differences and so forth. Also like that one quite a bit.
Is Alien Nation the one where they had like spots on their heads or something?
Yeah, similar patterns, kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I know it was a TV series, but big surprise, never watched it.
Watching The Wonder Years, were you?
No, actually. Be honest with you, it was probably Roseanne back in those days.
Yeah, right. And, same time period, Murphy Brown was a thing back then, too, and she's back. Haven't seen it myself, as I don't have the TV spigot any longer, but...
You got that funny TV with the See Everything channel.
Well, no, I know of what you speak, Mr. Keynes, but in truth, the Kodi application is what you're referring to. For me, of late here, it really hasn't worked as well. I'm actually sensing a disturbance in the force.
Though, it was probably just...
False proof.
Exactly.
Could be. Dunno. But thanks once again to the vivacious Video Vixen for her commentary, and heads up, more to come from her as we venture into the uncharted waters of our 5th season of this show. Still kind of unbelievable. So we look forward to that.
Hello, Mrs. Johnson. Is Billy home?
Hi, Tommy. I'm afraid Billy's gone fishing with his father, Mr. Johnson. But please come in. I made cookies. Would you like to try my cookies, Tommy?
Oh, boy. I sure would, Mrs. Johnson. I really like cookies. Billy always brags about your cookies.
Great, Tommy. Have a seat and enjoy my cookies. They're really hot, so be careful not to burn your tongue on my cookies.
Gosh, Mrs. Johnson, your cookies are so soft and moist. I could eat your cookies all day.
Thank you, Tommy. By the way, where did you get that great Fusebox t-shirt? It really shows off your arms. Have you been working out?
Thank you, Mrs. Johnson. I buy Fusebox merchandise at thefuseboxshow.com. They have lots of really cool stuff. You should check it out and buy lots and lots of Fusebox stuff for Billy. Just click on the Fusebox store link and start shopping. It's that easy.
That does sound easy, Tommy. Thefuseboxshow.com, huh? Thank you. Say, Tommy, when you're done enjoying my cookies, maybe you'd like to stay and go for a swim in my pool.
Boy, would I. Thanks, Mrs. Johnson. May I have another cookie, please?
Of course, Tommy. Say, how would you like to make out with me before you go swimming?
I sure would, Mrs. Johnson. Gosh, you're the best.
Oh, Tommy.
Mrs. Johnson.
Way to go, Tommy. And remember, you can get your Fusebox merchandise at thefuseboxshow.com. Apply to infected area only. Batteries not included.
And now, another edition of Problem Man.
There, welcome to Pricey Foods. How can I help you?
Oh, hi. Well, I bought this coffee yesterday by mistake.
Uh-huh.
And I was actually looking for the whole bean variety, and I picked up the ground one instead.
Oh, sure. Happens all the time.
Oh, good. Great. Well, then I'll just go exchange the...
Actually, could you stand over there?
Am I in the way or something?
If you could just stand over there, it'll be just fine, okay?
Over here?
Uh-huh, just over there.
I mean, I could just grab the one I want and then
Just right over there would be great. Okay, not to be a pain or anything, but I'm on my lunch hour here, and I need to get back to the office. Oh, I totally understand. Something will be with you in just a moment.
I'm sorry, did you say something will be with me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, look, you know what? I really got to get going here. Can't I just grab the...
It'll be just a moment, I promise.
I can do this another time. I'm really running late. So, maybe Hey. What the hell? I'm stuck. I can't move my legs. Hey. It's like I'm rooted to the floor here.
Uh-huh.
No, really. I'm stuck. I can't seem to, What the hell is that? Hey, do you see this thing? Miss, do you see this thing?
Uh-huh.
This thing in the ceiling, it's coming down pretty, are those blades? What is going on with this?
Something will be right with you.
Yeah, I see, but this is not. Hey, You know what? No, all I really...
Thanks for shopping at Pricey Foods. Have a nice day.
Now, I don't know about you, but there are days I, too, have felt like I've been ground into some kind of granular form and swiftly vacuum sealed.
I'd say right around the holidays usually does it for me.
Yes, I would concur, Mr. Keynes. I would concur. And with the rotating grinder wheel of destiny hovering over our heads, we shall call it a show and take our falsified documents with us as we scurry to the next subcommittee meeting, but not before thanking the brave souls that have contributed most generously to this audio affair. Laura Dine, Aaron Lane, Jody Lorimer, Jeff Pollard, the video Vixen, and Joshua Willis. Thanks, as always, to the very capable and now fully well-rested Milt Keynes for technical assistance.
Seeing is believing.
False proof! There, got another one in.
Bingo!
Yes, but also, friends, thanks to you, of course, as always, for pushing play on this edition of Fusebox. We do so appreciate you taking time to join us here. And we know there are lots of things vying for your attention these days, and we're thrilled, honestly, seriously, that you chose us at the moment you did. And if you have not done so, please subscribe. We'd love that, too. Wherever you may have found this program, be it Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, or the very unsug themselves, we are delighted to have you aboard. And I have been your spying more but enjoying it less host, Mark Rose, saying, until our next cartoon.
Fusebox.